I liked this quote from the police chief in Aurora. I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community.
Not really.
Hey, it's largely disproven because they're not saying that there aren't any gang members taking over. That means there's definitely gang members taking over.
For sure. Yeah.
By the way, they arrested the gang members. Who the hell's doing this? What are you talking about? Okay, that brings us to Joy Reid. Your favorite clip that you sent me. Joy Reid name dropped me, which, as you mentioned, is weird to say. But yeah, if you listen to me, you can bet that I just get Cash App deposits from the Kremlin to say the things that I'm saying.
Russia still listening and still interfering in our elections in a scheme that sounds straight out of 2016. Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Dave Rubin, Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen.
Where's that from?
Forgiven if right now you're asking yourself, who? You hear these narratives. Ukraine is our true enemy, or the economy is doing so terribly, it's in ruin, in spite of ample evidence to the contrary. How the white man is falling behind because the government is giving preferential treatment to blacks and brown people. Remember the twin boogeyman of DEI and critical race theory? You hear these things and you think, yeah, these are just right-wingers being the miserable wretches that they always are. When it turns out, they might also be getting cash apps from Mother Russia to say it.
What a bitch.
What? Okay. What?
Nobody's looking at DEI and being like, oh, that's just a product of right-wing insanity. People
at all.
I know, she's like barely literate.
Clearly highly talented. Everyone loves her. So I get a kick out of her. And it's not just about me. Yeah. Like, okay, say you've never heard of me. I guess I wouldn't expect her to. I'm not personally insulted by that. Joy Reid, you're going to say who about Tim Pool, for example? Tim Pool's audience, I guarantee you, is way larger than Joy Reid's.
Yeah.
Someone do the numbers. Way more people listen to Tim Pool than Joy Reid. So for her to pretend like she has no knowledge of this is hilarious. When I say what the hell photo is that, I genuinely mean, where did they get that photo?
I don't know.
You'll notice it looks nothing like me. I'm not saying that they manipulated it, but the reason it looks nothing like me is because remember, I've said for a long time, I used to be fat. And in that photo, I'm fat. But when did I get not fat? Like 2014.
Yes, it was a really long time ago. I don't even know where they found that.
You can get a screenshot of me from a video from last week.
Like HD, yeah.
Instead, you went back to, I don't even know where you found this from like 10 years ago. And I look like a ridiculous, I look like, I don't even know, some weird drawn from memory version of me. It looks like my lesser known pathetic brother or something like that.
Oh man.
I like looking at that photo because I think like, that's me like more than 10 years ago. And I look like crap. Not that I look
way better. Yeah.
Not that I'm not like saying I'm Mr. Model Man now, but I'm like, hey, that's pretty good if that's 10 years ago.
Glow up though.
My life has improved since then. Let's put it that way.
Funded by Russian money.
The rubles have done a lot. We're supposed to believe that the true opinion, the obvious opinion, obviously the economy is awesome. Obviously, the government is not corrupt at all on the issue of race. Only someone who is paid by Russia or an agent of Russia would believe those things. She's proving the point. You get the narrative out of it that they want. What was this supposed to accomplish? Was the whole scheme of this really for Russians to pay money for videos that would have existed independent of their money, or was the point of this to give people like Joy Reid the fodder they're looking for? See, I used to think that right-wingers were just miserable when they say the economy's not very good. Now I realize they're agents of Russia. That explains it.
You mean totally unappealing to average Americans that are actually having a difficult time paying for their bills. So I don't really. Also, speaking of race, like she's culturally appropriating my hair color. I want this back.
She got rid of the Karen cut though.
That's true.
Anyway, okay.